Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Omega-3 dietary supplements are among the most popular supplements in the United States, but many consumers may not know that they are not subject to strict drug approval requirements. And joining us now to talk about these regulatory gaps that put patients at risk is Dr. Preston Mason with Harvard Medical School. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Nice to have you. How are things at Harvard?
They're doing well. They're doing well. Thank you.
It's great to have you on the show this morning. Let's talk about dietary supplements because I think a lot of people think they're required to get FDA approval.
Right. It's a lot of people don't understand that the dietary supplements don't go through the same rigorous testing and clinical trials and oversight that a prescription drug would have to go through. So when someone is looking at the label of a dietary supplement, they need to be aware that it may not exactly be what you're expecting compared to a prescription medication. And so buyer beware when it comes to dietary supplements.
Yeah, it's a little scary to hear that, and I think people are going to wonder then who is regulating the industry.
It is only loosely regulated at this point by the FDA. So unfortunately, unless there's a serious health problem, they really won't get involved. They give a lot of leeway to the dietary supplements. So for that reason, you don't want to be that one person who has a very serious health problem that gets their attention. It's something that needs to be very carefully thought about before you take a dietary supplement. Our own research over the last several years, because we are also asked about this in the field of cardiology, what about these omega-3 fatty acids? What's in them? And we were really surprised to find that they have a lot of things in them that people are probably not aware of. That in addition to omega-3 fatty acid, they can contain up to 1/3 saturated fat and other lipids that people may not be aware they're taking when they take a dietary fish oil supplement. We also find that the nature of a fish oil supplement is they're very vulnerable or susceptible to breakdown by oxygen and by the atmosphere during manufacturing. So we find that a lot of these products have spoilage products or decomposition products that of course would certainly reduce any possible benefit. So there are a lot of differences. Now when we look at a prescribed or FDA approved product, we don't see these same problems. We see good purity, quality, and of course we know it's supported by strong scientific evidence in order to get that approval.
What's your opinion as to why the FDA doesn't regulate things like dietary supplements, fish oil, the omega-3s?
Well, the dietary fish supplement industry is very powerful and has been enabled by Congress to have this type of freedom to, avoid these type of oversights that you have with a prescription product. So unfortunately, they are not going to have that rigorous oversight. It's kind of like where the FDA was 100 years ago when people were promoting this product and that product, almost like snake oil. They can't do that, of course, if it's FDA approved now after all the years and decades of refinement. But when it comes to dietary supplements, unfortunately, it's a bit still the Wild West because they have managed through legislation not to have that same kind of oversight.
Okay, bad cholesterol is something we're learning a lot more about these days. Can the wrong fish oil or omega-3 supplement actually raise your bad cholesterol level?
Yes, it's actually well documented scientifically that there are two types of omega-3 fatty acid, EPA and DHA. And we find that products that contain DHA will tend to raise your bad cholesterol. And in people with high triglycerides, it can be as much as 40%. So our preference is, of course, a product with only EPA. And in that case, it's only a prescription form where you're going to get that great reduction in triglycerides without that increase in the bad cholesterol or LDL.
So you
that's
can
a very important point.
You can actually get a prescription for omega-3s or fish oil?
Yes, there are very high quality prescription forms of omega-3 fatty acid, and you can go to your physician, and if you have a certain medical condition related to heart disease or risk for heart disease, you can get that type of prescription.
As a final thought, because we ran out of time, would you suggest that you take no fish oil or omega-3 unless you talk to your doctor and get a prescription?
Absolutely. I would definitely talk to your physician before taking any supplement, certainly, especially in the case of omega-3 fatty acids, because there are very important differences between a prescription product and these dietary supplements that don't have the same oversight.
Really important information for us. Quickly, is there anywhere we can go for more information?
Well, the FDA has a lot of good information on their websites, so that's a great place to look. If you're a person who may need a omega-3 fatty acid with high triglycerides, there's a website called lowermytrigs.com. So these are some places you can go.
Dr. Mason, thank you so much. We appreciate your time with the Department of Medicine Division of Cardiology at the Harvard Medical School. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.